Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Born Free here, and I'm here with Guilty Gear player Kizziekay. How the hell are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm alright, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's Thursday, nothing started yet, but you guys are playing tomorrow?
Yes, I'm playing tomorrow. I play at 10 a.m.
10 a.m. pool. Well, at least you don't have an 8 a.m. pool. There's no 8 a.m.
I
pools
know,
this time
but
around.
you know what's funny? Both of the games that I play, well, three of the games that I play at 10 a.m. Friday, and the Street Fighter I have 12 p.m. And then Saturday I have 10 a.m. also.
Dude, I wish you guys would play less so I can interview more, because I can't get hold of anyone.
It's insane, man.
Alright, well, you said you're playing Street Fighter, so let's go backwards. I want to know your background in fighting games. Like, what was the first fighting game that you touched? And
That
what
I
was
touched?
Yeah.
The oldest fighting game that I touched was Street Fighter 2.
And what was that experience like for you?
It was actually really, really amazing because I didn't know how to do fireball motion. So when I randomly did it as a kid because I was mashing, when it came out, I was like, what? Like, you could do that? So, like, little things like that caught my eye and caught my attention. And for some reason, I guess when I was young, I naturally just started loving fighting games because playing it a lot and, like, you know, trying to beat the CPU and stuff like that gave me a motivation, like a goal to like beat this at this time and stuff like that. So,
You were definitely one of the arcade mode guys before you moved on to the
yeah. I used to play King of Fighters in the arcades, Metal Slug, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So when I was a kid, I used to play a lot actually.
Yeah.
So I used to burn a lot of money, believe it or not. yeah.
Fair enough. So when did you decide like I need to get really good? Like how did that come about? How did that happen?
I used to be an online warrior.
In which game?
Street Fighter 4 particularly, and Cross Tekken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used to play a lot, and I used to sometimes you run into those good players that are really, 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 really good. And I remember one time I ran into one of them, and he made me look so bad that I was like, I got so mad. I was like, I want to get so good where I can stop that. So then I kept like investing a lot of time into it, and like trying to become better than what I was. So I had like some type of like some instinct of like, okay, I need to do this when I'm doing wrong right here and stuff like that. So I was always competitive. So it was very interesting that when my first SCR was like SCR 2013, and when I played my first tournament, I was like, wow, like this is cool. You know what I mean? I was like mind blowing. I was still like in high school at this time. So when I realized that it was like something like that outside of high school, I had like a goal. I was like, okay, well, I just need to practice a lot. And I eventually started like having teachers and stuff like that to teach me basic understanding of the game and stuff. And slowly but surely, I got to where I am now. So I'm grateful.
Okay, so it was again, like a lot of people say, it was like a community thing that helped you get where you were.
Yeah.
Like you talk about teachers. Yes, you had people teaching you how to play the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome to know because a lot of people don't even think of that. When
it's so hard to get into. It's so hard to learn by yourself.
Yeah.
Like you need like that guidance that could put you where you need to be at to get better.
Yeah.
Like you learn yourself, but you just have somebody guide you to where you can learn yourself.
Did you get the run back, by the way, with the person who
Yes,
made...
I did. And when I beat him, I actually beat him in KOF 14.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, so when I was able to like achieve that, I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
And I did it offline too, so I was really happy.
Oh, that's so amazing, man! Congratulations. Well, that's exactly the type of story that I think people need to hear. Is that you kind of need that hard work and perseverance to actually get there, but it's doable, even though it feels like it's impossible when you get destroyed.
Right.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about. Actually, one of the things I wanted to. The reason that you sort of came to my attention. Was because you had sort of like took over Twitter for a while. You sort of became like a meme almost. What? Tell me about that experience.
So being a meme is actually it's pretty funny because I personally enjoy like comedy stuff. So when I see something like somebody create like a meme and it's really funny, I it's entertaining to me. So I'm always like up for a laugh. So when I became a meme, it just actually made 10 times better because it's like it's me and I'm getting memed on. It's hilarious to me actually.
It was. I think the one I saw was like your timeline is blessed by Kizziekay. Like
Yeah, shook. Yeah, your timeline has been shook by Kizziekay.
Yeah,
so
it's so good, man.
It's pretty hilarious. So the story behind the shook story is actually pretty interesting. So I was playing. I went to New York with my friends because I was training for like events and stuff like that. So we was playing a lot actually. We was playing for like 7 hours. So like it was a term that we was using before the incident happened, which I'm gonna get into in a couple of seconds. Is we was using this term like shook, right? It was like, oh, he shook, like go in. He shook. He's scared. So I guess we was having a long conversation. I started getting really really tired, and I like dozed off. And apparently, in my sleep, I said, "I'm not shook." Like I said it really really loud. I was like, "I'm not shook." And then I went back to sleep, and like my friend was like, they looked at me, and it was like, "Yo, did that dead ass just happen?" Like they were shocked. They're like, "Did that just happen?" And it was like, "Yeah, I heard it." And it was like, "Yo, this is where everything happens right now. He's about to be a meme." So then they told the world what happened, and then that's how everything happened.
So, oh my god, that's hilarious.
And it's funny because after that happened, that's when I started like really blowing up in the tournament and started winning a lot actually. So like that moment like changed.
The two corresponded.
Yeah. So it's pretty funny.
So let's talk a little bit about that, right? So tournament results wise, so I want to talk specifically about Guilty Gear. Okay. I understand that you play a bunch of games, but it feels like that's the game that you're really doing very well at. So I'm going to try and get this right, but you're going to have to correct me. You came second at CEO.
Yes.
You almost reset the grand finals brackets with Dogra. It was very close indeed.
Yes.
You won losers final against Kid Viper, I believe.
Yes.
You beat Kazunoko on the way.
Yeah.
These are all huge names. You made top 8 at Combo Breaker. You were like 7th.
Yeah.
You won Texas Showdown.
Yes.
Did you win Northwest Majors as well?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god!
And then I won NCR too.
And you won NCR too?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And it's funny because I won Northwest Majors, then won NCR, and then I got 5th in DreamHack, and then at Texas Showdown I got 1st place.
Okay, so would you say that before we get into a bunch of other questions that I have in regards to that, would you say at the moment like your only major hurdle, as far as you're concerned, is Dogra?
I would say my major hurdle is the players that I actually practice that got me to where I'm at now. So there's a group of them actually.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, and sometimes I have good days against them, sometimes I have bad days against them because we know each other so well. And these players are very, very strong. And personally, I think they're one of the strongest players in the U.S. personally.
And they are?
Yes. Kid Viper, SKD, Zidane, Hamad, Flux, the Marvel player. He's actually really good in Blaze Blue.
Oh, okay.
Nakio, he's a very strong Blaze Blues player. Lord Knight. The Arm. This list could keep going.
Well, let's stop. Okay. But basically what you're saying is
these guys are actually helped me so much.
I was going to ask actually the anime scene in the US sounds pretty freaking strong right now.
Yes, I think there are legit 15 players that can actually win everything. Like
Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear?
International wise, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So Dogra doesn't have you shook?
No, he does not. What's funny? I lost to him 2-1 at Combo Breaker. That's where I got 7th. And he ran all the back from losers and won.
Yeah.
And at Combo Breaker, this is the closest that I ever got beating him. And I was like, I know I'm at the right path.
CEO, you mean?
Yeah, CEO.
Yeah.
So CEO.
So you're like this.
Yeah. So I was I was going pushing forward against him, and I felt like I did really good despite I lost. I made one error, and it was at the time where you didn't want to make that error. But when I got up, I was like, I'm so close to where I want to be.
Okay, so you've been fast improving. Now, that fast improvement against, let's say, Dogra, do you study his play?
I study his play. I also study his character more than anything.
Ah, okay.
Because I feel like taking advantage of the character weakness is very important.
He used to play your character, right?
Yes,
so
Sin.
you play Sin.
Yes.
And he plays Raven? Yeah,
yes.
okay. So he knows a bit about your character.
Right.
But now you're gradually learning more and more about his
Right.
character.
And he plays against the best Sin in my opinion in the world.
Oh, really?
He plays a lot against them, and he actually beat them. He actually beat him.
Which is
Machabo.
Machabo, okay.
Yeah. So personally, I feel like even though I got really close to beating him, I felt like I had to work harder to get over that lever because he has so much experience. Because he also plays the character, and he also plays the best player with who plays the same character as I do.
Yeah.
So I feel like getting this close, that means I'm doing something right.
Okay.
And I just have to
So you just have to trust in your.
And
you have to believe that what you're doing
is correct.
Yes. And kind of put out of your mind the fact that he's playing the best Sin, and he used to play Sin, and all that sort of stuff.
Play my game and not be afraid. Don't be shook.
Don't be shook.
Don't be shook.
Don't be shook, guys. Don't be shook. So let me ask you a little bit more about Guilty Gear because I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on Guilty Gear, right?
Okay.
I'm not. But you know what? I got it at home. I keep playing the tutorial through and through.
The tutorial is beautiful.
Yeah, I just keep playing it because I'm just like, if I keep doing this, some things are going to stick because it's not a natural game to me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I think it looks very beautiful as a game. It sounded like you were saying you started with the standard, which is sort of Street Fighter. Is that right?
Yes.
And then at what point did you get into the anime games?
So it was around Ultra. Street Fighter 4.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to branch off on different, because usually, when I was playing, when I first started playing games like Cross Tekken and stuff, when I had a bad day on that game, I bounced to a different fighting game to rest my mind away.
Okay.
So I eventually got good at these other games.
Really?
So yeah, I was getting good at KOF 13, Blaze Blue, and then Cross Tekken, and then Street Fighter 4. That's 4 fighting games.
Yeah.
Literally all I had was fighting games. So so every time I wanted to take a break on one, I jumped on the other.
So what is it about fighting games that you adore so much? Why
competition? The drive of playing against somebody.
The one-on-one nature of it?
Yeah, like learning how to stop a player, stop a person that's playing the game. It makes me focus in a different way. It's actually scary because I don't know how to stop it. Cause
a lot of people are scared of that. That's why a lot of people don't play fighting games.
Yeah, it's like a passionate, it's like a passion drive. It's actually enjoyable.
That makes sense.
Even when I lose, I don't really get mad. I just want to figure out why I'm losing. Okay. And then when I figure out why I'm losing, I try to find a counter strategy.
Yeah.
So I guess strategizing really is fun. It's really, really fun to me.
So with the anime games, it seems like you're very, very, like I said, it seems like you're extremely strong with Guilty Gear. I don't know about Blaze Blue.
I'm very good at that game too.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna stick with Guilty Gear because otherwise we'll be here all night.
Right,
I'm sure because you play everything. But with the anime games, do you feel there's something about those games that makes you stronger? For instance, in Street Fighter or other games.
So one of the that game has a lot of yomi behind it. You have to believe in these decisions that you make, and foresight, and it's a lot of freedom actually. Double jump, air dash. It's a lot of it's air footsies and ground footsies at the same time. So I feel like most characters are not limited.
Okay.
And I like the creativity that you could create with the double jump and stuff like that, the feints and stuff like that. I personally think that's really good, and to have all that freedom and have these tools.
Why don't you think more people play?
I think the reason why a lot of people don't play is because it's very when you watch it, say for example you don't buy the game and you was I hear Guilty Gear, I see it, I hear about it, I see it all the time. Let me sit down and try to watch it. When you watch it, it's just a war going on. It's literally just people just all over the place, and it's just what's going on. This game looks crazy, So when people don't understand the game because they're just watching it, it discourages them by the game because it's so much to absorb. You know, it's just so much going on the screen, and I feel like that's one of the main reasons why.
It's true. They're not very standard moves, so it's not like these two guys are punching each other in the
Yeah.
face. It's a lot of like crazy stuff.
Yeah, and people and most characters that if you look, they're like differently designed. Like
Yeah.
my character has a flag.
I was gonna say, why did you pick your character?
So
your character is Sin, right? So
right.
why did you pick Sin?
So I really like Shoto's design, like Shoto archetypes.
do?
Yeah, I love them. So a character that is like Sin is kind of like a super Shoto.
Oh, really?
And the reason why I say a super Shoto is because most Shotos in the game don't have like maximum damage. So think of like Sin as Evil Ryu in Ultra, and that's exactly what he is. He's like a super Shoto.
Oh,
Like
okay.
he could convert at any situation, does tremendously a lot of damage. Great neutral, great footsie tools, and a lot of feints. Good jump ins. He's like a perfect character. So he reflects a lot. It's like the only way if you're gonna win, you have to be better than the other player.
Talking of players, we're going to move into with just a fun question that I always like to ask.
Okay.
I want to know, who is your favorite fighting game player to watch at the moment? It can be any fighting game.
Any fighting game? My favorite player? Can I have like 3? Or just one? Okay, so one. All right, so one of my favorite players actually is Justin Wong.
And tell me why.
It's
a lot of people have a lot of reasons.
I actually have a good explanation.
Yeah, okay.
I think he is the most like lamest player in any fighting game, and I feel like I wish I had that talent. I feel like that what he does is so talented. It's like he knows how to like drain you out. It's almost like he's just draining your life away, and he's just so like patient. And I feel like I want that patient. Like if I could choose something that I want, is that type of patience that he has, and I feel like it's super good. I feel like that's one of the things that would make you a super strong player in the long run. And I feel like he has that, and he will never be bad at any game he plays. Period. Period.
I can't disagree with that. I think there's a whole video on YouTube somewhere
He's a genius.
about his lame style. Like
he's a genius, dude.
Yeah.
He's a genius with a headache.
Yeah.
Genius, dude.
I can see that. All right, so I want to talk about Evo a little bit.
Okay.
Can you tell me what is your favorite thing about Evo?
My favorite thing about Evo is the fact that I get to play against everybody in this earth, like on this earth, and be able to compete against different styles, different like atmosphere of players and stuff like that. Like, you know, when you play, you know how usually people say, "Oh, this is American style and this is that." I like playing against the UK style, the Japanese style, the Korean style, and then like all these guys that are like specialists of what they do. I like to like experience it. So, and the reason why is because I absorb the stuff that happens, and I try to, you know, flip it into my play and make myself better. So I feel like this is the place to go if you want to like get super strong, like in the long run. So I come here every year. I come here every year to get that experience.
Perfect. I think that's how a lot of people feel. Okay, just a couple more questions for you. Actually, this is a silly question, so I'm going to skip it because you play just about everything. Is there a game... Actually, let me rephrase it. Is there a game out there that you don't play that you're kind of interested in playing?
KI.
KI?
Yes.
Why?
The only reason why I'm interested to play KI is because of the new character that came out. The guy with the crossbow or bow and arrow.
Okay.
I'm actually a huge fan of archers. So when he came out, I was like, yo, I want to play this game now. I have a reason to play this game. And he has like a hawk with him. Like that's godlike, you know what I mean? So that game definitely has my interest now. I think I bought an Xbox One now, so I could buy that character whenever he comes out.
Well, I think people are gonna certainly the KI community, I think, would welcome you with open arms.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
Yeah, it looks like a good community. So, one last question, which is kind of like, again, important in regards to like Evo and really big tournaments in general, and that is, it's a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
It can be. You can put a lot of pressure on yourself. You can feel it from other people. How do you deal with that pressure? Do you have techniques, rituals, like, is there anything that you do?
So one of the main things I do is I think to myself. I meditate. I take a deep breath. I think about everything that I've worked hard to get to where I'm at now, and be confident in yourself. Because if you're not confident in yourself, then you will never get or achieve what you ever want, like what you want to do in anything in life. You know. So I take a deep breath. I close my eyes, and I just tell myself, "Let's do this. This is your time. This is your time to shine." You know. And I never ever look back on, even if I make bad decisions, I don't regret it. I just accept it, and I try to adjust or adapt to like what happened to me. I never be phased. Excuse me.
Never be phased. Never be shook.
Never be shook.
And I think that's pretty awesome. So you got essentially got a silent, like almost like a silencing of the mind, and then like this moment of pumping yourself up, like giving yourself that confidence.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty cool way to go about doing things. Certainly the results are showing it. I wish you good luck in this tournament.
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to like see what you do.
I'm so ready.
I believe it.
I'm actually excited.
I believe it.
I
believe it.
I'm definitely, this is the time for all the work that I've been doing to present to people of what I'm capable of doing.
Awesome.
So.
Well, I hope you win. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
And good luck. And we'll say goodbye to these guys. Goodbye, guys.
Peace out.